How far is Tess responsible for her tragedy? ANS. Hardy is a tragic novelist whose tragic heroes and heroines are free from tragic flaw. Their actions are largely determined by their circumstances which are beyond their control. Tess, one of the greatest tragic heroines in English literature, suffers a lot largely by Alec, Angel and fate, and to a lesser extent by a flaw in her own. Tess's own responsibility for her tragedy is very limited. Tess is very sensitive by nature. She has a high sense of responsibility. She is keenly conscious of her duty as the eldest child of her parents. John Durbeyfield needs to carry beehives at night, shortly after 12 in the market in Casterbridge. But he is too tired and drunk to take his load of beehives to the market. Tess volunteers to go herself. When the family horse is killed, she holds herself responsible for the accidents and feels the necessity of doing something for the family. She goes to the Trantridge estate, meets Alec and is ultimately raped by him. It is a fault of her that she allows her chastity to be violated. When leaving Trantridge, she tells Alec, "If I had ever sincerely loved you, I should not so loathe and hate myself for my weakness as I do now." Tess's another fault is that she fails to disclose the secret of her past to Angel before her marriage. She falls in love with Angel and Angel wants to marry her, but she refuses her proposal of marriage. She feels that she cannot marry Angel because of the implications of her past indiscretions. She is torn up about her past with Alec d'Urberville and feels ashamed, soiled and simply not good enough for Angel. As Angel keeps pressing her, she promises to tell him all her reasons and all her history. She makes 5 efforts to do so but fails. But when she finds that her written confession, pushed by her under Angel's door, has gone under the carpet and not reached Angel at all, she could have handed it over to Angel. But she withdraws the letter and burns it. She could not let him read it now, the house being in full bustle of preparation. If she discloses her past to Angel before marriage, either he will forgive her or will not marry her at all. Either of the ways will stop her tragic end. Tess commits another blunder by living with Alec as his mistress. When Alec is alluring her, she writes a letter to Angel saying to come back to her before anything terrible happens. She writes another letter stating that she cannot forgive him. Meanwhile, the family faces serious economic crisis. Alec offers them financial security and convinces her that her husband would not return. As a result, she lives with him as his mistress. But when Angel returns, she becomes desperate and kills Alec in cold blood for deceiving her and she is hanged for murdering. Tess could avoid her tragedy if she did not live with Alec as his mistress and did not kill him because now Angel is ready to forgive her. But Tess's part in her tragedy is not so vital as the part played by Alec, Angel and fate. She falls victim to the lust of Alec and Angel judges her following the narrow Victorian double standard. Fate again and again deceives her in the shape of chance and coincidence.